everyone, and welcome back to Healing the Narrative. Today, I want to talk about a part of the intake process that often gets overlooked or even dismissed entirely, and that is the question around religion, spirituality, and faith. The question, is there anything about your faith or spirituality that's important for me to be aware of or integrate into your treatment? More often than not, that answer is no. Even when someone doesn't have a belief system, it's still no. They don't really go into the explanation of the history of their no. And if I'm being honest, there have been times where I haven't prioritized that question either, based on the kind of responses or feedback that I received from it. But recently, I had a moment of awareness that shifted that for me. I realized just how important that question actually is, especially when someone is in a process of identifying who they are. So I want to share a little bit about my own perspective. So I'm a Christian woman. I come from a Christian background. My faith is active within my life. I pray, I speak to God and seek guidance. But I've also come to understand over time there's more to me than just that traditional framework of religion. I also believe in spirituality, and for me, both matter. So learning how to hold space for both, how to see life through both lenses, has been a journey. It wasn't always easy. At one point, I was responding to faith based solely on what I was taught, what I was shown. But it wasn't until I slowed down, sat with myself, and developed my own personal relationship with God that I really started to find me. And to give an example, I'm also someone who considers everything, faith, science, even the unknown. I'm curious, I like learning, I like exploring. But eventually I found that I reached a point where there's no clear answer, there's no evidence, no explanation, just stillness. And that reminded me of something when I was younger, and maybe this will resonate with someone, but when I was younger, I used to struggle with praying with my eyes closed. I felt a sense of fear, like feeling unsafe, like someone is going to pounce out on you. I don't know. It was a discomfort that I shared, that I carried for a long time, but I'm good now, of course. But that was something I noticed I was really uncomfortable with. And looking back, what I'm drawing that connection, or the connection I'm drawing with that, is sometimes walking in faith feels like that. When you really lock in, when you're fully focused, you're not looking at everything around you anymore. And that can feel uncertain. It can feel scary. There's a level of surrender that comes with faith. And with surrender comes vulnerability. So that was the reason I wanted to focus on this topic this evening, is if you find yourself in a space where you're trying to identify, redefine, or deepen your beliefs, I do want to encourage you to do that based on what feels true to you. Your relationship with God, or whatever you believe in, is deeply personal. It's intimate, it's evolving, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And from a clinical perspective, that intake question about spirituality or religion, it's not just a checkbox. It's an entry point into identity, into meaning, into coping, into values. It can tell us how someone makes sense of pain, of healing, of purpose. So whether you're a client or a therapist, don't overlook it, lean into it, explore it. And honestly, I love to hear from you. If you are a clinician, how do you use this question within your day-to-day process with your clients? If you are a client, has your faith or your spirituality played a role in your healing? I'm always open to learning and growing in this space. And to be honest, that's all for me today, you guys. So take a moment, sit with yourself tonight, reflect, be curious. And as always, I thank you for being here with me at Healing the Narrative. Thank you. Have a good evening.